What up and welcome back to another Random Mess Sundays. Your boy.
Ivancito.
We got a new mic setup. Like every week we've been talking about we got a new setup.
Yeah.
every
Well,
every week we've been coming up with a new setup. We're gonna have a permanent setup though eventually,
yes,
and
sir. We've been talking about this a lot.
we've been talking about it. It's coming. It's coming, and we're finally making the movements. Gonna get the tree chopped down so we can make space to make a shed. So we
The
can
shed,
have our
the
stuff set
shed,
up.
the shed,
The shed.
the shed.
And once that's all set up, we're gonna have a more permanent setup and a more professional setup because we've been kind of pushing it off, low key,
We were just talking about this off camera,
like
honestly.
just pushing it back because it just makes it so much easier. And once we have that shed, we're gonna have everything set up. Then we don't have to keep setting up every time, and we can just focus on doing, the show and everything else because there's a lot of stuff that we gotta do behind the scenes. I forgot to put the our light on.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I was
I
doing the
like
same thing.
you can see it
That,
actually
that
helps.
actually,
It
that
actually
does actually
helps.
help.
By the way, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say today we don't have our light. I wasn't able to bring it for due reasons. Um, so I was telling him that, and then I was like, "Yo, do we have another light?" We're like, "Nope, we don't have another light. We couldn't find another light." So what what we're gonna decide to do is you can tell him what you did.
We have a
Feels
we
like
have
I'm in school just doing like it feels like I'm in
my
school just my
teammate.
presentation.
He's gonna take over the presentation
Yes,
now.
I did my part.
We got the computer right here. It's part of the setup. We're recording onto the computer. Hopefully, because I just realized we can't be checking if it's still recording on here. So hopefully it doesn't cut off the audio while we're not watching. Because we had problems with that the first time we did it. We used this setup.
Oh yeah, you're
We didn't
right.
have problems the other time though. The other time we used it and it was fine. So
I mean,
hopefully,
I'll tell you this for the new video. I think it did cut off because like before the when I was editing, I had to match the voices with the video because it could sound like cutting.
there was one episode where it recorded all the way through.
That's probably the last episode.
No, like maybe, but I'm pretty sure I remember we did we the one the one I don't know
It's the
whatever.
one we used with Mike, I think, right?
No, I'm saying I think like on this thing we had one episode at least that went all the way through. But that's besides the point. The point is, I'm gonna figure something out so we can be checking on it. I'm just gonna
We have
put
a
this.
small whiteout. Alright, well, another thing is we did ask again questions on my Instagram.
Yes, get into the
If you guys
questions.
want to follow Tivan below 14, that's that. And then the other one's Ramblings in the Basement. In the basement. Yeah, I always post pictures asking. I'm going to be posting up a post for you guys to ask questions. So if you want to do that, you can check it out there and participate if you can.
Yes, we always appreciate any feedback at all, any questions, anything, because it makes it easier for us to find things to talk about. I'm gonna keep it real. So
But Freddie asked, tits for ass. That's one
tits,
other question.
tits or
I'm more of a tit.
some over tits. I don't know. I would have to say ass.
Yes,
If we're picking,
yeah, yeah. No, so you picked it. I mean, ass.
that was your choice, bro.
That was my choice. So there you go. That's our answer for you, Freddie. Um,
Bro, why is
Johnny
it so
or
hard to find just a
Jonas,
blank white picture?
he asked the question too. Is have you ever cut off a toxic person from your life?
I've Forever cut off a toxic person from my life. Yeah, of course. I feel like everyone has.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
at some point you have to. The if you're not, then you're not getting out there because you're gonna meet toxic people. It's just like, and you gotta cut them out. You just not let them in, I guess. I don't know. Unless he means like
So, but what is toxic people? There can be a lot of toxic people
I
for
mean,
different
yeah,
situations.
it means different things to different people.
So, if you want, Jonas, what is called, be more specific. More specific. Yeah.
Come on to the show.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Ask us in person.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about
We'll have a gold
it.
conversation. What did you mean? Get into it. So what did you mean?
If you guys don't know who Jonas is,
Y'all know he's
yeah,
been on the podcast
yeah.
before.
But for the new people who are watching, he has a podcast called Todo Tranquilo
Yo,
podcast.
So did he
Shout out
actually
to that.
quit? What happened with that on Instagram?
Nah,
I
he
didn't. I
didn't.
didn't see that.
He
Look,
didn't.
bro, because I don't have time to be watching podcasts like that. I was blown as fuck, but then I saw him upload the next thing, so I was like, "Oh, okay, maybe he didn't quit. Maybe." But then I was still thinking, I was like, maybe he has some pre-recorded episodes. I was like, I need to talk to this man, but I haven't had the chance.
No, he explains it there. What it's
He
called?
does.
Yeah,
I need to watch it.
What it's called? So pretty much.
Man, you got me. You got me, bro. You had me worried. I was like, but don't be quitting. Your shit's doing good. What do you mean? I was like, you're gonna quit.
When I saw that, I'm not gonna lie. I believed it. I believed it for a second. Then I was like, nah, he's not doing it. He can't be. And then so with the way he did it, like his editing and everything like that, I was like, nah, I feel like I believed it for a second, but I was like, nah. But pretty
You
much,
had me worried, bro.
yeah, he had me worried. He had me worried a little.
Like,
But with the whole video is pretty much saying that he won't be able to upload every week because it's like a lot of time consuming. Because it is.
That's straight. That's straight.
Yeah,
Just don't give up though.
Yeah. Because he said he does it because he does like all the editing, the audios, and like the next day he has. Am I cutting off?
I don't think so.
All right, maybe I have to be closer.
Probably.
So pretty much saying that he won't be able to like do it every day, and he's gonna go probably every like other week.
I feel.
So but he's not quitting.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
His fans just
Say.
see him a little bit less, but it's okay. No, but go check out his podcast. He has a great podcast.
Yeah, I love that shit. When I was working with my dad, I can listen to the podcast while I was working, so I'd be listening to that shit all the time. But I can't be listening to podcasts anymore at work, so I don't really have time like that because I get home and it's just I'm tired most of the time, bro. I'm gonna be honest, I'm lazy. I get home and then I'm just like going to sleep. And if I'm not sleeping, I'm like working on music. Cause I feel like I don't have time like that to be listening to podcasts.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I watch like little clips of like Tim Pool podcast, because like a little 10-minute clip. But I don't have time to like sit like watch a whole hour. I don't even listen to my own shit anymore. I used to listen to our podcast every day after like the day it would go up. I don't even listen to our own shit anymore. Kind of sucks.
That's gonna change now.
It is. I need to change that shit for real.
Because we gotta make this into a serious thing where we put our time. Well, hello. Okay. So we.
It's quiet, right?
Yeah. So we could.
It shows up loud over here, but over here it's quiet as fuck.
Yeah. So
I don't know. It's tripping me out.
So we could put more of our actual time into this.
I don't know if it's because of this. I'll turn up the volume over here. I don't think I did anything. Alright, whatever. Hopefully you can hear it. If not, I'll just turn up the volume, I guess, after. Hopefully it doesn't ruin the audio.
So, those are the
like I said, we're
still figuring this
we're still
out.
figuring out the setup until we get the shed. Then we're gonna have the permanent setup. So just bear with us. Good. Sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like we're just if anything, just just hang in there with for us.
Yes.
I'm trying to. I don't know if the mic is working, so I'm trying to fix it right now. See, look. Let's see.
See,
I
yeah.
think that's better.
See, look quiet now, but then it gets loud to the point where it it shows just one dot, but then it'll go to like it clipping. So I was like, "What the fuck are you? What are you trying to tell me? It's like, what the fuck are you really doing? What's going on?"
Where's wait? So okay, I think it's good, right? Or am I just talking soft? Is that what it is?
I don't know. I'm gonna take the thing is this thing makes it trippy too. We need to get actual headset, like so we can. I feel like that makes it easier when you have the actual headset.
Okay.
But to be honest, I don't even like listening back to to my shit like that. We don't have to. It's just that we never done it before too. It's just that it's there.
I don't like it. To be
Right.
honest, it is weird.
It's trippy as fuck. We don't have to do it though.
All right, nah, wait, we ain't doing that no more. Maybe if you have actual headphones
We can try with actual headphones.
or headsets,
But that shit is trippy.
yeah, it'll probably be better.
Cause I was telling my mom, especially with the effects, that shit was tripping me up. And we were drunk that episode. But that episode
That
was a
was-
train wreck. I'm sorry, guys.
Did we smoke that day too? Before
We
come?
probably did.
I think we did. and then we just-
I think I did. I think you said no because you don't like mixing it too much now.
maybe I don't know.
I don't know. Point is, that episode was a train wreck, and I'm
Even the
sorry.
audio and
I'm sorry
everything.
we put you guys through that.
And for those who listen, like actually listen through the whole thing, well,
We appreciate
we
you
appreciate your props on you
because
for dealing with
I
that.
know you didn't enjoy the episode. That was purely out of support, and we appreciate that.
'Cause I couldn't even like listen to it. I was editing. I was like, God,
But I listened to like a little. I listened to a few seconds of it because I wasn't even listening to it because like I said, I don't even have time to listen to it anymore like that. But my mom was telling me she was like, "Hey, I listened to the last episode that you uploaded when it came out," and I was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Did you listen to it?" I was like, "No, what's wrong with it?" I was like, "The audio." I was like, "What's wrong with the audio?" I thought like the mic cut off or some shit, and she was like, "Look, listen to it." She plays it and just like loud ass like chipmunk noises, and I was like, "Oh, that shit's annoying as fuck." just that little few seconds that she showed me was like, "Oh, that's annoying as fuck." 'Cause I can't imagine anyone sitting through that. But I think I got like very few episodes. We could check right here actually.
I was about to check. I'm still looking it up right now.
You got the laptop.
Yeah, but I don't have Wi-Fi on it. I should have asked for it before.
We looked that shit up because now we can do that. I love that too. That we can fucking be looking shit up. Fucking echo and everything.
Oh, I think there was a part that I liked. I don't know where it is.
What's the name of the episode?
Huh?
What's the name of it?
Playing with our new setup.
That shit got one play. That shit got one play. It's the least played episode, except for the last one. It says taking questions from our guests. That one oh wait, no, that one's not up yet.
That's not
That
out.
one's the one that goes up tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's why I was like, that one has the 0 plays. That's because it goes up tomorrow.
So on views, I got 7 views, and then one like.
Wait, what the
Personally,
fuck? This shit says today. Why does it say it's uploaded today? Did I schedule it for the wrong day? Ah, shit, I did. Ooh. To anyone that nah, it says 0 listeners. Y'all missed your chance. Y'all could have got an exclusive. Say, listen to it one day early. So now I'm changing it. So you gotta wait. Y'all missed your chance. So
okay, I like how the description looks like. I might have to.
yeah, it look good. Look professional enough. So you
Oh,
got
what? They have
information and
this
shit.
too?
Oh what? You got the transcript?
Yeah.
All bites. Yo, that's from AI.
Oh,
Speaking of,
Do we have that or no?
I mean, I don't know if you could turn it off or not.
I wonder if it
But
actually says what I say though.
the reason I bring up AI is because I was watching an episode earlier on Tim Pool podcast, watching a clip of that where they're talking about AI and they're talking about look at this. This kind of makes it scary making a podcast because what he was talking about. What are you looking for, bro?
Sorry, I'm just trying to see that shit. I'm just,
But basically, they're doing a segment where they're talking about where there's a website where you can upload little clips of audio of somebody speaking, and then you can type into a text box, and you can make them say whatever you want them to say.
just from that one audio.
Yeah, just from like little few seconds of clip, like a few second clips.
Oh yeah. Because they can just add the other person.
Yeah, and
make
it just learns how to make like recreate your voice. And they were talking about because Tim Pool he didn't want to say who he tested it with, which to be honest I respect that because that's some creepy shit, and I would feel kind of disgusting even testing that shit. To be honest, not saying that he should feel disgusting, but it's creepy as shit. But the point is, he was saying because people who make podcasts like host
Yeah,
their voice is out there like really
a lot.
public. They make
Yeah.
a lot of episodes. You could literally just take clips of like anything and make them say whatever. And the thing is,
Right.
people already do that with editing. To be honest, you can already kind of do that. It's just you have to do a lot of work. But this makes it so much easier for anyone to do it. And I don't know. That shit kind of makes me feel a little uncomfortable about making a podcast. I'm not gonna stop, obviously, because you can't just stop because of
Can't be scared.
yeah, you can't be scared.
Can't be scared at all.
But that is a little scary, thought to think about. It's like
They could just people could just come there and just block your get your information.
just make you say whatever.
Exactly. Because then
And the thing is with deep fakes too, people are like making you say whatever with your voice, making it look just like you too.
yeah,
Making a whole
the
video.
whole video of like the same thing we were talking about last time with the whole deep thing. People could get a video of you looking at like how other people look, and then use the clips that people talk about and just make their own edit. They can do it like that too.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even. Because it already takes their voice. Yeah, it's the same thing with it. It already takes their voice and it just makes it itself.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about deepfake. Deepfake is about like actual fake shit.
But the scary thing that they were talking about on the Tim Pool podcast was what's the next step after that, which would be basically the Matrix. Because once you have that, you could basically create like a whole VR world of deep fakes, whereas you're making you're in your own world. Where I'm like I put on a VR headset and I have my own version of you, and I have my own version of Diana, and I have my own version of Daisy, and I have my own version of my parents, and they do whatever I want them to because they're deep fakes. They're not real. They're just computer programs, so they could just be my slaves basically. And it's like some fucked up shit, and that's in the near future. And they're talking about like that's gonna be some fucked up porn coming out with that shit. And I mean that's true because every new technology that comes out, people always fucking turn that shit into porn.
That is so true. You're
But
right.
I mean
I mean, they already have it for VR.
yeah, dude, literally like to be honest, it sucks, but a lot of I found out like a lot of new technology is actually coming from the porn industry. Like they fund a lot of that shit.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, they have to.
like they're leading that shit.
They have to. If not, they're gonna go back to tapes and
Yeah,
CDs.
yeah, but I don't know. Even if you're not thinking about like sexual shit, like even outside of that, like all the porn that is gonna come from that, it's still creepy. Just think about like you can have slaves like in your own mind. Like there's a Black Mirror episode about that actually. Where he has like a VR game where he's playing he's playing like he has like a made up game of what's that shit called? Star Trek. It's like Star Trek kind of thing where he has like his own spaceship and whatever, and he like goes on adventures. and he has his coworkers as
Uh-huh.
his crew.
Okay.
That's just
Oh
fucking
yeah, yeah,
creepy.
right.
That's a
Like
creepy ass episode. Have you seen it?
no, no, wait, never mind. I was just thinking that was like someone. Never mind, never mind, never
I
mind,
don't know,
never mind. So
but
this is a show. Okay, okay, okay,
yeah,
okay,
bro,
okay,
that's
okay, okay,
just
okay.
creepy as fuck. But people could be doing shit like that.
Yeah,
Like I don't know. That makes me uncomfortable. That makes me
it's
so
pretty much like
uncomfortable.
you dreaming,
Pretty much,
but like
but
having an actual
it's so
headset, like
much
you're
realer.
actually like there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's fucked up. That's all types of fucked up.
I mean, if it's with their crew, but I mean, you can do other stuff too with other people, or like everybody
Yeah,
just listens to you, or like nobody has
I
their
mean,
own
it's like
conscience.
it's a whatever I guess you program them to do. Because basically it'd be like a VR game.
Okay.
You just program the VR game however you want it to play out.
So it's kind of like maybe kind of like no, because he was like felt like he was living a whole different life. I was gonna say like the Rick and Morty show, like when Morty put the VR on, he lived like the whole new life with like the specific like he was this guy, he was a baby, became a guy, and like he was living like a different person, and like, the way he died, I think is he fell off the ladder and like hit his head and
Pretty
died,
much, yeah. Because
and he wakes up back to like being Morty.
I mean, yeah, yeah, that's something a little different, but like
Different,
same
but like
thing,
same
same
concept.
idea.
Yeah.
Because they're talking about like the chip too, like
I
the
think
Neuralink.
Tesla.
Yeah, the Neuralink
Uh-huh.
with Elon Musk. How they're thinking, since
More
that's
gas.
basically an implant that's like a chip that's gonna go in the back of your head. They're saying like you would actually be able to like feel things and like basically you like that would connect all your to all your senses. So you'd be able to like feel, smell, hear, and shit like just from videos, like from the videos that you're streaming on your Neuralink and type of shit like that, where you're just like it's so real to you because it's connected to your brain and it's making your brain think that it's real.
That's actually pretty smart. You could do that just yourself, though.
You're basically reprogramming your brain.
Yeah, you could do that yourself.
I mean, that's what they do at 4D movies.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's a real thing. Like it works, but they do it externally.
And the thing,
This would be like programming your brain directly.
the only thing that's scary is like you said, if people can hack it or do whatever
Yeah.
with it,
Well,
it
not
just
even hacking. You're giving access to Elon Musk.
yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
trust him. And the
it's-
way I mean, if you've been following, he's been having some problems with Twitter recently. So
really.
I don't know. Yeah.
Why? What's going on?
Have you not been following what's
Nah.
so? Okay, it's a big story. So there's this female named Eliza Blue
Uh huh.
who is she's an ex porn star. I think she's an ex. I don't know. I don't think she's still making porn, but that's kind of irrelevant. Um, and she says that she was a traffic survivor.
Oh.
That she was sex trafficked. Um, and so there's this, and she said that she was forced to to be in music videos where where she was like forced to dance, and like half naked or whatever for like music videos.
Uh huh.
And then and so there's this one picture that people were posting on Twitter that was from that music video, and she was basically she was basically getting people censored because of that. And so a lot of people started like losing trust on Twitter because they're just saying like, "Oh, Elon Musk has control, so like he just censors whoever he doesn't want now." Like that he's simping for this. He's simping for this girl because he could basically he's just gonna censor whoever she wants now for her. And like and he
Yeah.
basically people started losing trust in Twitter again
Yeah, because
because
he's doing the same thing
he's
that he
basically
did
doing the
took.
same
Yeah, because
like
he's banning. Well, he's gonna ban people. He's gonna do
yeah
whatever. Like now, it depends on how he feels.
yeah. But
So if he doesn't, if he's Republican,
that's the
Democrat, or
Twitter thing.
whatever,
I don't know
yeah.
if you want to get into the whole drama of Eliza Blue, but that's the Twitter side of it. But yeah, basically, if you want to get into Eliza Blue, we can get into it. But that's just the Twitter side of it.
Okay. Well, have you? I mean, I've been. So what I do now is I like to actually watch daily news. Just go up to the news. That's what I'm saying.
Go up to it.
Like go up to it, but just just
Yo, what's
look
up,
up news
news? What's up, news? How
that's
you
going
doing?
around that's going around the world. So that's what I'm saying. Like I started putting a little bit more time into it, into the podcast what we were talking about earlier. And for me, I like actually looking up news that's happening around the world, just so we can like have something to like actually talk about. I don't I don't need to read this already. I just have this for like I take notes. I like
That's
taking notes. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. That's good. I used to take notes on
So like
my phone,
I have
but
questions on
that's
here too,
when
but
we're more organized with our shit, which I guess we're gonna start doing that shit more. But we need to start doing topics too. I feel like
yeah,
um,
just
but
like one
yeah,
specific topic. Yeah, I know.
focusing on like on, or if we're not gonna do topics, we can do like how we I feel like we could learn a lot from Tim Pool, like the way they do it. Because I realized I was watching their clips, and I realized even in their like 10-minute clips, they cover like multiple different topics. They go from one topic to the other, kind of like how we would be
Mm-hmm.
doing. And I feel like you can do that as long as you split up like little clips and then just like just like upload shit like that.
That is true. Like,
And then
like
whoever wants to listen to the whole thing can listen to the whole thing. And some people enjoy it like that, and some people don't, and some people just don't have time.
you're right. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I know what. Yeah, that helps. That does help a lot. Talking about that,
Because
that helps me out
I
too.
mean
With
that's
my
up to you.
editing
We
more.
can we could change it up. Like every episode doesn't have to be the same. Like we could do some episodes where it's like we stick to one specific topic. We could do episodes where it's like we're all over the place and we just split it up into segments like that, like little clips. And then we'll have like those fun episodes that we were saying. I don't know. I think those off camera. Where we were saying we would have guests over and just like maybe we could do a little bit of drinking. Have some fun. Have all the mics.
And then once we get
On.
the shit, we can smoke.
Yeah, be smoking in the
Yeah, so
shed.
the smoking in the podcast again.
Whoo, inside.
But yeah, that's. Uh, sorry, like I don't know. Like,
Nah,
I
I feel
listen,
that. I
but
feel
sometimes
that.
with being high, especially being on a podcast,
I feel
I
that.
like it at times, but sometimes I zone out. And
I'm gonna
I
be
don't.
honest.
This is like people that do like to smoke. Like sometimes it's just. Luckily,
It
it
depends.
sucks that you can't see us smoke, but then we do it before we come on the
We yeah
podcast.
we high.
Yeah, we have. We always
But
have.
yeah, but this room is messy. I feel like y'all can't really see as much on the camera, but this room is messy, and I feel like that's distracting too, high key.
It is because you just see everything.
And you're just distracted by like this whole mess. So a lot of things are gonna change with the shed. I feel like
But
we're gonna have to keep that shit clean though, for real.
yeah,
But yeah, I see you have written about the balloon. Yeah, we can talk about
did
that.
you hear about that though?
I did. I did.
Because I have news that it does feel weird when I have it like that. 'Cause I'm not, even though I have a camera, I see like I'm still reading something to that, like writing it back. All right, never mind.
Go ahead. No.
No. I don't even know what
Read
I'm
the
saying.
damn notes. Say.
Pretty much, it's about trying to the balloon that was floating above that was like trying
Chinese
to spy or
Chinese spy balloon.
Chinese spy balloon. There you go. Fuck.
Supposedly, I don't know how real this article is because you can't even trust the fucking internet
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah, I know.
But I saw an article that said I didn't read that shit because it was just a fucking screenshot. It wasn't the actual like article, and I don't know where the fuck to find it. And I'm lazy as shit. I already established that shit. But that's gonna change. But anyways, so I saw the article that said that China claimed that the balloon was a civilian balloon, and that shooting it down was technically like we're like that was an act of aggression from us to them. Like we were being aggressive to them by shooting down their civilian
What do
balloon.
you mean civilian balloon?
That's what they're claiming on the in the article. The article said China was saying that it wasn't a spy balloon. It was just like a civilian balloon.
Oh,
And the reason I bring this up is because somebody in the comments brought up a good point, which was that balloon, or I don't know to be honest, because I didn't the recording stopped, the video stopped. I haven't seen the balloon, to be honest, but the comment said there's no way that the balloon could have made it over the ocean. And to be honest, like I said, I haven't seen the balloon, but I mean that sounds pretty logical to me. It's just
It
like
wasn't like
a
a.
balloon. I mean, like I didn't see it, to be honest, but they're saying like there's no way that that balloon could have been like sent over the entire ocean and like made it to over here. They're thinking like that must have gone up like somewhere within like the United States. Like there might be like a Chinese spy within here or some shit that sent that shit up or something. So I don't know, but that's an interesting theory to look at. That's the only reason I bring it up is because I like thinking about like different
So
shit,
I mean,
different
they
theories.
said it came from on top where from Alaska to Canada to I don't know which one what state it came in. It was one of the north states. It was one of them. They saw it, and then what it's called. I think it was over Indiana or Montana. I don't know. One of those. Didn't people were saying like why didn't they shoot it down before, or before it even came over like over here? I have like my eyes. So pretty much they asked why did like there was like I was watching a video, and the video the guy was asking why they didn't want to shoot it down right because they didn't want people to get hurt from like when it like got shot down. So they're like that's the reason why they didn't shoot it down
I don't know, but
until they I think it went into like the ocean and then that's when they finally shot
yeah,
it
they
down.
shut it down. I heard that they retrieved it from the ocean.
So you could be right with the theory too. Like how now that's probably going back or whatever. Like could have been probably sent here and then gone back.
I don't know what was going on with that, but the one thing I do know is that I mean, like having a spy like that, I feel like that's an act of war. Like at that point, why is China trying to spy on us like that? Over like what are they planning? What's going on? You know, like I feel like that's something we gotta look into. It's not something we should be taking lightly. Like the way I feel like we haven't been really addressing it like the way that we should be as a country.
Yeah, that is true. Cause then, like you think you're really nobody knows about your stuff or anything like that.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a lot worse. Because what it's called, people are trying to bring social score. Have you heard of the social
yeah,
score?
they're trying to bring in social score or
All that kind of stuff.
I
Yeah,
think they're already starting to implement that into.
they
I
already
saw,
did started.
yeah, I saw. I think that was another clip I saw on Temple where they're saying they're trying to implement that into some cities for for like public transportation.
Really?
Yeah, and there's this one clip of this one place. It was like a train station
Uh,
where you pay with your palm. Like it scans
oh,
your
what the
whole
heck?
palm
I
print.
I heard about someone trying to like do that. Like I think it was who was it? Was it Zuckerberg or I don't know who was
I
it.
wouldn't be surprised if it
It
was
could
Mark
I
Zuckerberg.
don't know who it
He'd be
was.
the one type. He'd be the type to do that.
I don't know who it was, but it's pretty much have where they're no Amazon. I think it might
It
be
was
Amazon.
Amazon because it was Whole Foods. I just
Yeah,
remembered.
and they
Yeah, it was
have it
Whole
where they
Foods.
can
I
put your
remembered.
hand. They can put it in like your hand.
Yeah, that was at Whole Foods.
Uh,
The credit score thing was the thing that was at the train station. Oh yeah, as soon as you said Amazon, I remembered because Amazon owns Whole Foods.
is that what it is?
Yeah, they own Whole Foods, and they're doing that shit. There, you could just check out there, and they're trying to do where you could just buy shit too, or by just grabbing it like later on,
What the fuck?
or they're gonna have cameras and like facial recognition and shit. So you literally they just see what you grab, and then you walk out the store, and they'll just charge it to your card. That's fucking look at
What the
that's
fuck?
smart as fuck. Cause that way, like you can't rob from them. You can try, but they're just gonna have facial recognition, and they're just gonna be like, okay, well we charged your ass anyways. So
I mean, I'm sure you have to put your card in there first, no? 'Cause how they?
that's probably how it's gonna start.
Because you have to. I'm sure if you want to go in there like the way you want to do that, you You have to have that. Like you have
That's
to
how
have
it's
an
gonna.
account.
That's how it's gonna start.
You're
But
right.
think about it. Eventually, like I forget what country it is, but they have chips in their hand already, like in like where they have like a chip in their wrist,
Mhm.
and you could just pay like that. So you don't like how would that work? How would that work? Like, you don't have like if you don't have a card, like you don't ever register that card or anything, it doesn't expire or
Oh
anything.
yeah,
That's like
you're
for
right.
life. So I feel like at that point, it's like your I guess your card number or whatever. It's like the government's gonna have that shit basically.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you get that shit, they're already gonna have like a link to your bank account. They
That's a,
don't they don't need your card at that point. They have a
they
link
already have it. Like
directly to
yeah.
your bank.
Yo, you have by any chance? You have any idea?
Don't.
Cause my eye is really bothering me.
Yeah, I haven't had eye drops in a long time, bro. So I used to have them all the time
It's fine.
when we had to hide our that we were
Yeah, have the
smoking,
evidence. Yeah.
hide the evidence. It wasn't even for me because my eyes never got red when I smoked, but everyone would always ask. So I'd be like, just be prepared.
Here you
I got you, bro.
go.
Those times are up. Just
But
smoke whenever the fuck we want. So
talking about the whole chipping thing too, is that what is gonna. I was watching a video. I don't know how true of this is. It's not even about China. It's just you know how people get vaccinated or no when people get surgeries. When they get surgeries, they put like a chip inside of you. Like every time someone gets a surgery, they get like they put a chip on someone.
here,
Yeah.
or in China.
No. I don't know where it was.
Because I was
Uh,
gonna say that sounds illegal here, but I mean it could still happen. Just because it's illegal doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
no. But the
But
thing,
if it's illegal, so you gotta be careful about what we're saying, because you could be getting sued about making accusing
no, I'm not saying who.
someone
I'm not
saying
saying who, because I don't know who. But I'm just saying like they they're doing that, and like the people are like, no, my doctor would never do all that kind of stuff. And then next, one was like a lady was in their arm here, and the other one was like I think his arm right here, somewhere around
they
there.
check. How do you check for
There's
it?
like a little magnet where you can hear like there's like they could like track it.
Like a magnet, like a
Yeah,
metal
like
detector.
yeah, I don't know. It's like something like a scanner.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, and
Oh
then
shit!
so what he does is like he gets like a sucker, and he like does it where like it comes out. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's real or not. So,
I don't know,
but I
bro.
know there's a lot of like chipping and
I don't know, but the shit, yeah.
all that.
We gonna be going into the Matrix for real. Like we gonna be living in the real Matrix.
No, but the whole thing of China too is that the whole vaccination about the whole sport too. They have it over there where you have to like when you're driving, it's gonna be like like there's places where you have to scan a QR code. This is if you're not vaccinated, you can't go through that road or whatever it is. Yeah, and then another they're still quarantined a lot over there, and what is called they have like boot camps over there for people. Not boot camps, but like what is it with concentration camps
Concentration camps
for the people that have like are the ones that have COVID or
for the unvaccinated.
yeah.
Oh, we definitely gonna get. We gonna
That's in
get.
China right there.
We
That's what's
gonna get
happening.
censored for that one. So, um, so
Damn, you're right.
that's all right. That's all right.
I mean, that's on the news.
We
I'm
gotta
not
be
saying
stuck.
that's
We
what I
gotta be
say
talking
in
about
the news.
you gotta be talking about the truth.
That's what I see in the news too. So,
It doesn't matter, bro. People have gone censored, even if you're talking about what's on the news.
what do you think the spy like? What is called the spy like the Chinese spy balloon or what are those Chinese balloons? What do you think they got? What they're trying to send? What kind of information do you think they have or what they got from just that?
It could be a lot of things, to be honest. Like, because I'm thinking it could have been a distraction for all we know. Like, we don't really know what's going on.
Very true.
But I feel like we should be investigating that like more seriously.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's been like how long has we known about that the balloon? It's been a few days,
Couple
right?
days, like 4 or 5 days.
I feel like we should have
They
known.
just barely shot it down. I think today.
Yeah, I feel like we should have like been known. We should have shot that shit down the first day we found out that it was a Chinese balloon, and then we should have been investigating like what the fuck's going on. and like within a few days, we should have already been like on on the tail of like what's going on.
Even China said they said they were embarrassed for them shooting it down.
They're embarrassed
Yeah,
of us taking so fucking long.
like maybe.
It's probably. I said, damn, y'all took long as shit. Y'all stupid.
All right,
Said,
another one. For that, I've been keeping up a little bit on this too. That's the Russia and Ukraine.
yeah. Speaking of Ukraine, this is kind of irrelevant, but I saw a meme about it. Because I see that you said they sent more stuff.
They sent
See,
aid kits,
hey
like
kids,
and missiles too. So $2.2 billion worth of like aid kit. So that's just a
Yes.
lot of money just sending to Ukraine missiles to I guess support Ukraine for Russia,
I don't know. The
and then
more,
no wait,
go ahead, go
and
ahead.
then what
Sorry.
is called so the whole money situation. Why are they sending money to Ukraine instead of like using that money itself here in your own country, your own place where your people are, your society, all that? Why would you send it out to go do that? That's their war.
I'm gonna
Like
keep it real with you. Like
that's stupid.
the
That's
more,
annoying. And then they're trying to raise the what is called interest rate up and put it and try to get their debt thing. They're trying to get their debt uh loan whatever it is from the to print them like print money out. They're trying to like they're bringing that up because that's the whole reason they're sending out money to just whenever they want. So that's why people say money is just an illusion because they don't even get to like
the yeah.
that's why they're fucking us over
Look, I'm
and
gonna be
helping
on.
other like
Yeah,
helping like people that are not even like your own country, your own people.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like the more money they keep sending to Ukraine, the more to me it just keeps proving that there's something else. That like there's something else. Like y'all, y'all are trying to defend something more than just Ukraine because why are you so invested in it?
Right?
Like why are you so invested in protecting Ukraine? Because it's like I understand like they're trying to make it seem like this is a World War III like event where Putin has made it pretty clear that that's not the case. He's just trying to expand Russia back to what it used to be. Like he's just trying to take back what he believes to be actually part of Russia. So it's like he's not declaring war on like the whole world. Like this isn't like a fucking a whole this doesn't have to involve the whole world. Like as fucked up as that sounds, to stay out of it, but we kind of should stay out of it. Like,
We shouldn't. Yeah, we have to worry about. We have to worry more about us and all that instead of.
yeah, I know people think it's fucked up because they should like, especially now that like we have the internet and you can see clips and you can see like fucked up shit that's happening in Ukraine. And I agree, it's fucked up and it makes you feel bad for the people that are going through that. But at the same time, we can't make that our responsibility when we have our own problems. And as fucked up as it is, we do have to prioritize our own people.
Like, think about it. We have what is called. If we're spending all that money, we have a lot of homeless people. They can go into that. We have stuff where we can make speed trains. It makes traveling a lot quicker and it helps the country out. But
Yeah.
now instead we're just hurting like in our own country. We're just everybody fights for their own. Like
Yeah.
we're just here. We take our part of the money to use this to spend money on this stuff instead of using it on you guys. And what is called it's bad. The
Yeah.
whole system is bad over here in the U.S.
Everything is ass backwards, bro.
It is.
Everything.
They making us work and do whatever. That's why people say it's only good to make company as a business because if you work for like a corporate or whatever it is, you don't really get that much benefit from doing anything because you're just working to like serve and for them to give money out to other people, not even
Yeah.
to go help you out or help your kids in the future, nothing like that. That's why like the local community have to like. I'm glad like we were talking about this last time. I'm glad a lot of people's communities are getting together to actually spread out like stuff that they don't want with TAD because without like a community, like an actual good community, the government is not gonna be there to like for your families in the future or to take care of you guys. They're just gonna be there to take and take. Like
Yeah.
if you
Facts.
really if we really want to make this country better, the U.S. or the West Coast, is we all gotta unite and be together, be in one, and that. And for me, I believe that can happen. And I'm right, like I believe it because I
I know. I'm gonna
from
say, I know this makes me sound crazy, but like the more I look into like ongoing news and like current events and shit that's happening in politics that's going on, and just everything that's been going on with the world, like the more I really do believe in like the Illuminati and like that whole, someone's controlling shit from behind the scenes, that whole idea. And even like I know like I said some people are gonna tell me like it sounds crazy, but like like there's so much shit that's just like we are saying, like everything's just ass backwards, like how we're not taking care of our own citizens. We're doing, like there's obviously something going on behind the scenes. Someone's pulling the strings, someone's doing this, something, someone has a plan, that we don't know about, where they're that's why if everything doesn't make sense most of the time, it's because it's not like the plan that you think is happening is not what's happening. If something looks like it's not going the right way and it looks intentional, that's because someone else has they have a different plan. They're implementing their own plan. So that's why they're not worried about, the economy. They're not worried about taking care of their, citizens. They're not worried about all of that. They got something else going on. We don't know what it is, and
yeah,
I'm not gonna start, trying to make any accusations of what that is, but you know they do talk about the new world order. They're like they've openly come out and talked about it. Like I'm pretty sure
I even
there's
posted a video of this
yeah,
in
there's
what's it
quotes
called?
of like actually like Joe
No,
Biden saying it himself. I'm pretty sure.
look, uh,
Um,
look, keep talking. I'm gonna post
and
this
yeah,
up.
and like I guess to go further up the chain of like the Illuminati is like this
This
is
is
like you
like
could
the
tell
elite. It's
like this,
the elite,
yeah, whatever
the
you want to call
above.
them. The point is, like, you can tell like I for some time stopped being religious just because
Really,
I stopped caring about like religion. But like the more I look into the shit, like you really see like this is like the religion is real. Like it's real as fuck. Like
okay.
this is clearly demonic. Like, there's like
Thank you.
very
Yes,
obvious demonic shit going on, and you
and
can
then there's
see.
always a bad.
That's why I'm saying, because like it clicked in my head just right now because we were talking about like everything's ass backwards. Everything is ass backwards, and the devil thrives on chaos, which is what
He's trying to
he's trying to
provoke.
make everything ass backwards because he thrives on chaos. And I mean, I know, like I said, I know this probably makes me sound crazy to someone that's like listens to this shit, and like, what the fuck are you crazy
No,
as shit?
it's not.
But
Like it's if
like,
you really think about it. Like no, you're right. Like if you really think about it, there's always gonna be an evil, and like the evil, like the way everything is going on today, a lot of people are not as religious or whatever. Like they haven't, they're not really being grown with like being
yeah,
religious, and the people, like I guess the elites or whatever it is, they're like fucking with them where they mess with their heads and then they don't get closer to God or to God. I mean, for me is Jesus, Yahshua, Yahweh. Like that's who I like believe that is our God.
yeah,
And if there's always an evil, there's always gonna be a good. So like I don't know, like evil. I think it's like just negativity, like always complaining, always like doing like bad things.
yeah. I mean,
Like it's just not
yeah,
anything good. And then
yeah. Like if you don't want to think about it like as them being like the elites being satanic, like just look at it like let me draw it out for you. They use chaos, like I said, the devil thrives on chaos. They use chaos to do evil. They use the pandemic to get the largest transfer of wealth to them. They got the largest amount of money through that pandemic because a lot of small business shut down, a lot of small restaurants shut down, and all the big businesses got a fuck ton of money, and now everyone else got fucked. So they literally used chaos to do evil onto everyone else. Like this is demonic shit. Like
dude.
they're not even hiding it.
You know
Like
how bad they like our food is so bad for us, and it's
yeah,
just like at least in Mexico, I don't know how much it is, but I think I trust more food in Mexico where I live with my dad. It's because they actually grow when they take care of their like what is called cows and everything like that and stuff. But I gotta see what they feed because I don't know how they feed them over there. But the way they feed our cows and like our chicken and all that, they do so much chemicals in them to give them all that. You really think that if you don't what is called if someone's doing all that, putting injecting all that steroids and all that kind of stuff to make the meat bigger and all, you don't really think give the cow itself that's you consuming all that too.
yeah,
Whatever they eat, you're gonna end up consuming whatever you eat. You're gonna be consuming that.
yeah.
So
It doesn't just go away.
whatever they have, you're gonna probably get too.
Facts. It doesn't just go away. Like if they have it in their system, it's in your system
You
now.
know, same thing with fruits as well. Like they coated
All the
pesticides.
pesticides, yeah.
Like that's why I've been seeing a lot of videos on this, like on TikTok, because I try to train my mind to see things that I need to see. I feel like a lot of people need to get into like livestock farming and all that kind of things because you gotta really be able to take care of yourself. There's like what is called what we're losing eggs. That's what it is. There's no more eggs. Did you hear about that?
Oh yeah, they're saying that eggs are bad for you because
No, no,
they're.
no, no, no. The what is called that are we don't have that much eggs.
Are you
So
talking
we're
about the
like
stock?
stock. Yeah, yeah.
That's because I mean, that's because so many places are burning down. So many food facilities are burning
Really?
down. Yeah, a
But
lot of them are catching on
how?
fire, and I mean, a lot of people are saying it's because they're causing it, and I kind of believe that
You know
because
why? Because
they're
probably the
predicting,
government.
they're predicting it, but it's like, how you gonna predict that? But all of them are catching fire. It's like,
You know why? This pipe is they're probably getting money from bigger corporates, like maybe what's called what's his name?
and
Bill
it's not.
Gates. Bill Gates. He has his own land
And
too.
look, I get, like a lot of people. Yeah, that's true.
Like you
A
don't
lot of
think he
people.
could pay people a shitload of money just
No,
to, for
he owns land, farmland,
I know.
so he doesn't pay them. He owns that shit.
Are you talking about the ones that are blowing up as well?
No, probably not those.
But that's
But
what I'm saying. They
no,
can.
but look, I'm gonna say this because a lot of people think that's just like crazy conspiracy theory that like trying to connect all the ones burning down and be like, okay, maybe that's just coincidence. Okay, whatever. If you don't want to believe that, sure. But a lot of farmers are coming out and like they're saying like if they overproduce certain amount of crops or whatever, the government's coming to them and they're paying them to like get rid of it, to throw that shit away. So
That's true. We'll just call the same thing
they're
with the oil. Did you see
yeah,
the oil part?
I didn't hear about them doing that with oil. But
Okay.
the reason they say that is because they're trying to control the economy of the crop. So basically they're saying like if you grow too much corn, then it becomes too available and then the value of it drops and you're not gonna get money. You're not gonna be
You know
get
why?
enough money to sustain yourself. So that's bullshit because
Be-
the government has never fucking been involved in the economy like that before. We've never needed them like that.
And you can sell it however you want to sell it for, right? Just because someone else is selling it for that, okay. But that's the way they're putting all this stuff. It's gonna affect them, not you. It's gonna affect them. That's
I
why
mean
they're
that's
scared.
that's fucking capitalism.
Yeah,
If you get put out of business, you get put out of business. Then that's probably
it's because they
because
don't want to
they
bring
have a
prices
better
down.
product. Yeah, they have a better product or they have more and they're selling, more. It's like because like their whole excuse of like devaluing like the product.
It makes the dollar bill more valuable. To be honest,
Yeah, but like their whole value, like their whole argument of it like devaluing the product is like why? Because they have more corn. It's like if it's worth less, but they have more. That they have more to sell. It doesn't matter if it's worth less. They're still gonna make. They're still gonna
so
sell
much. Yeah,
more.
exactly.
So they have more to sell. So why is that? Like, how's that a problem?
That goes with everything, not just with corn. It's just a straight up. That's the example right there.
Yeah. So like that's a bullshit excuse.
That's the thing. And like going back to for me, what I was saying is like the health. They put so much stuff into the like food that you eat, like with the vegetables. That is so it's a lot better. It's a lot better if you just grow it yourself. But sometimes you gotta watch out with what seeds you use because sometimes they're just genetically already modified as well.
All of them
Yeah.
were.
So that's why back then it used to be. That's why you don't really see them as much in the stores. The seeds. They're trying to get rid of all that so people don't be
Yeah,
able to
yeah, they
grow
don't want
them.
they don't want people growing. There, to be honest, most seeds right now are already modified to not give out like more seeds. Like if you buy the seeds this season, like most seeds are genetically modified that you have to buy it again next season.
Really?
Yeah, like you can't use seeds from the fruit that like those become sterile.
That's fine.
So yes,
But
like
that's the thing. Look, think about it. There's seeds with water. There's watermelons with seeds, and there's watermelons without seeds. The
yo,
ones without seeds are the ones that are modified and everything like that. And then the ones with the black seeds are the ones that are actually alkaline, the ones that you should be eating.
you should play a game called The Outer Worlds.
What is that?
That game is fucked up. Like it's in the future, but it's like a fucked up dystopia, and I don't know, it's like pretty accurate like where we're going, to be honest, where they're basically um I don't know, I always this I always remember this specific s- um mission where you're going into a factory
Mm-hmm.
of like pigs, and it's like a pig factory, and they're like connected to all these tubes and shit, and it looks like the fucking Matrix,
Yeah.
and it's like, and they're like the pigs are all like lined up and they're like eating, and well, actually I don't think I don't think they're connected to tubes. I think they're like the feeding thing is connected to tubes or whatever. I don't fucking know. But the point is you're going through that and you're like, and they're like have all these warts and shit, and they're like not healthy, and it's like the warts just peel off, like you could just like pick them off of them.
Really?
It's just like basically parts of their skin you could just pick off of them, and that's like the food that people eat.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like the whole game is just like it gets you like it has like it says like this whole mood of like how fucked up like the future could be if you just like let corporations take over,
Because they
and
don't want people.
they
Like I
make
said,
it illegal to like to grow your own food and shit.
yeah, because they don't want people to do it. That's
Yeah,
why they're just monopolizing things. That's why we had a bill or law. I don't know which one it was that you can't monopolize the industry. Like you can't do.
yeah, and you know what's scary about that is like in the game shows like people in that game are like in the future, they're disgusted by growing. They're like, "Ew, you ate something that came out of the dirt." Like they like, and
Wash it. Wash it.
I could totally see people doing that in the future. Like if society was manipulated enough, they could be like, "Ew, you ate something that it came out of the dirt. That's nasty." So you fucking peasant. So you're eating dirt food. You're eating ground food. You fucking peasant. Like
Really?
I can totally see that happening in the future,
I don't see that.
bro. Yeah, I can see that happening. The way people have been brainwashed
So
so
like pretty
easily.
much going back to like that like 1980 like 1880s stuff like that when people had money and people didn't they were farmers.
Nah, nah, nah. Like, because people that had money, they're still eating actual food.
Yeah.
These people weren't eating food. Like everything's processed, and like in this game, everything is processed. Like what I told you, like the fucking pig shit. That's the type of food that they eat. Like the fucking like sodas and shit. Like they
Mm.
don't eat like actual food anymore. They don't have real food in that game.
So they don't have like bananas, nothing
They
like
don't
that.
have actual food.
Oh shit.
You have to buy everything. That basically like capitalism takes over, and like, or I guess corporatism, because that's not even capitalism anymore.
Yeah, it's corporate. You're right. Yeah, it's more corporate.
Because capitalism is when you have fair competition. That's not fair competition at that point.
Yeah. If you really think about
It's
it,
not like
because corporate is different. It has its own
so once you
definition.
yeah once you take over like that, that's something
Capitalism,
else.
yeah. But yeah, pretty much corporate is pretty much trying to take over everything. Corporates are the ones that are fucking you over.
Okay.
Most of them, yeah, no, yeah, they are. So from all this, please, guys, start taking care of yourself. Try to
Yes.
see, open your mind. Try to open like take whatever we say with a grain of salt if you want. But we're trying to do this because this is what we believe and this is what we think might happen. No, 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 fuck that. Some of this shit is happening. But if you don't want to believe, that's fine because we already warned you. I feel like because
Yo.
if you really need to start growing your own shit or doing stuff that you could like not worry about with the government. Because if you worry about with the government, that's what they want. and you rather have your own freedom or independent. Like this is our land. Like
Yo,
we can run over the government whenever we want, but we're scared to do that.
yo, for real, I'm not, like, answer this question seriously. Like,
All right.
in 10, 20 years from
Nope.
now, like in 10, 20 years from now,
Yes.
let's pretend that, like, the thing we were talking about in the beginning,
Uh-huh.
the deep fake VR shit where you can create your own world, like, and it's like you can make whatever the fuck you want a reality in that VR world. 10, 20 years from now, that takes over and everyone's in that shit, and basically living in the Matrix. Like, would you like ever think about entering that shit? Like,
Nope.
even once?
Nope. Because if I do, then it's gonna gonna put me into where I can just want to be there, or instead of it'll just make me give up.
Yeah.
Because if you it won't make because if you do it once, you never know how if you don't know how
I
long it's
feel like
gonna
that's a
be.
drug at that
Yeah,
point.
you don't know how long it's gonna be or whatever it is or how it's gonna feel. It could probably be an hour of your life, and then feel like it was your whole life in that VR. Who knows? I don't know how that will work.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It
And
depends how that works too.
and when it's called, but the thing is, I wouldn't want to do that because if my like if the whole situation in the world is going bad, I'm still there having hope, being praying, believing that Jesus is gonna be there for us or whatever it is, and try to make the world better or spread His word too.
Yeah.
Make people believe in Him because
Okay.
He he
Okay.
created.
Follow up question. What would be your threshold? Because you've played VR,
Yeah,
normal VR.
yeah.
So like, where would, like, to what level would it be too far?
Mm.
Like what, like, because they have VR right now. They have VR where like you can like get suit up and then you can run around in VR. Like,
Yeah,
you've seen that, right?
yeah,
Would you try that?
yeah. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
pretty
that's
cool.
still cool,
That's
right?
pretty cool.
So like where would it go too far?
Where it goes where they get microchipped onto your head or to your nerves and your brains and all that kind of stuff. That's when I think it's too far. They,
But if it had that, what if they had just a headset and like it was like just still like that? It's
I
like
don't
just a
know.
headset that you put on, but it's like
I
it's
don't
still
know.
like the VR, like deep
I
fake
don't know.
VR.
I don't know about that.
Because I feel like that's how it's gonna start, and that's how they're gonna trick a lot of people into going into it.
Because I like
Because
VR. Because I like if I have the because there's suits where you can feel like the actual things,
yeah,
but it's not like you still feel your whole. It's when you don't feel your body. That's
yeah,
when I feel like it is. It's when you don't feel your body. And
or your body feels like you're actually in the game.
yeah, that's when it's too much.
I
Cause
don't
like
know some.
because when me having the VR set and having the thing, it feels nice. It feels like I'm actually there, but not actually my like. I still feel the ground and everything like that in my house.
The
I'm
scary
still.
thing is some people want that though. Some
I
people
know.
want to feel like they're
I
actually in
I'm
there,
not gonna lie. I would
and
want
it's
that. I
fun
would want
too.
that too. 'Cause I see the animes and all that. I was like, yo, that's pretty cool. But then at the same, that's scary
I
too.
want that too sometimes. Like, that would be fun as fuck. Like, imagine if you're in like in a game, you're actually running around with your gun, you're like, and you actually like feel like, maybe like, obviously you don't want to feel like actual bullets hitting you, but you feel like vibrating, like, oh, like you get hit or
But
something.
that they already have that.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Like that, I would try. I would fucking love to try that shit,
Yeah.
and like
But I
actually
feel
go
like
out and do it.
that's the furthest I would go. Like doing that and then having like the thing where you can run. Cause having like that when you're running, you
Yeah,
like
you're
actually go.
basically, it basically feels like you're already in the
Yeah.
game,
But like,
and it's like,
but that's what I'm saying. You feel like you're there. Like you still feel like you feel everything. You're still holding a gun. Like you're actually there. But when you're in like, you're pretty much when you're in there, you pretty much have a gun in your hands. You have it already there. And you're actually present in that moment. That one is like it's different. Like I know what you're talking about. Like the concept of that having the headset and like you're just in that actual
so
world.
your line is like when you're able to feel a gun without actually holding a gun,
Yeah.
because that already exists.
Yeah. Wait, what?
There's gloves that you can put on
Uh huh.
that it has like little bands on the back that has resistance. So you like, you hold something and it feels like you're actually holding something.
Like you're
You
actually
have
holding
like,
it.
you'll have, like, you can force grip on it and you can actually like feel something. And they can like recreate texture. So it's like, it would literally feel like you're holding like an apple or something, or like you'll feel the difference
So
between like
like
holding
let's
an
say if I have
apple.
the gloves and I get an apple on the VR, it feels like I'm actually holding
Yeah,
an
and
apple
you'll
on
feel the
VR
difference between like an apple and an orange. Like an orange is squishier. You'll feel the difference.
on my hand.
Yeah,
Like me going like this, I'm like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
because it has like little rubber bands on the back
Yeah,
and
I
it
don't
has
know
like
about that.
resistance. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's slowly gonna be happening.
I
People are
see.
people are gonna be slowly like, okay, so like, where's the line? because it's gonna be different for everyone. That's low-key what's scary to me is like, because personally, I know I'm never gonna. I would maybe I would try it, but like I obviously I'm gonna try everything to avoid falling into the matrix, which I think is inevitably gonna happen. In the few in within 10-20 years maybe. But I think it's definitely gonna happen in some future, whereas like everyone is just like too caught up in this VR shit because it's easier than real life, and eventually people just give up, and they're just gonna get into that, especially if they get like really depressed with like
Oh yeah,
you know
with life.
with just like life and like that. I feel like that's a big reason why people are trying to why they're trying to like create like this chaos in society. I guess trying to make like chaos society like upside down, like not how it's supposed to. People feel that shit. Like people are like with social media, how we're like really not socializing how we should. And it's like all these different things that we're it's like it demoralizes people and it makes people depressed and it makes people more
You,
likely
you
to
know
fall into shit like that.
you know what social media is? It can be a part where you can be social, but I feel like the way you really have to be social with socialize is go outside, be outside,
Yeah.
go meet new people. Be
Yeah.
be careful with it, but because remember, like back then, a lot of people didn't even worry about other people like that. Like if they're like kind of like dangerous or whatever. The only time that actually did happen was when they brought up race, but that's the only thing. But even then, the people that were their own race, they were more bad than the other people in the other like the other race. Not race or color too.
But you know what? I feel like a lot of the reason people are like more dangerous now is because of the internet too. Like if everyone took a break from the internet, like people would become more normal, generally like all across. And I had this realization earlier today when I was smoking. It was like networking. Like everyone's like I noticed a lot of people like nowadays. Everyone wants to be like an entrepreneur. Like everyone
Uh-huh.
wants to do their own shit. It's like everyone's trying to network and shit. It's like networking has replaced communities. It was like networking, like a network, is just like a cheap replacement for a community because a real strong community is so much better than a network. You actually really know the person. You're not just like you don't just keep someone in contact. You don't just like have contacts with this person, have contact with this. Like you actually have an actual strong community where it's like you know this person. You have a
You have
relationship.
trust. You
Yeah,
trust.
you can
You
trust each
trust them.
other,
You have a relationship. You're able to like
and you
actually.
have you have shared goals where you can work together with each other to actually accomplish like important shit. I feel like community is so much more important than the network. Like
Network
people
is
put so much emphasis on networking, whereas like maybe there's a time and a place for that, but like building a community, I feel like is more important.
like honestly like if it's like me like honestly my community you would always want to like it's like having like best friends or like friends or whatever like people that you always want the better for them
Yeah,
and so like your community is always there like you're there for other people you're trying to get like people like let's say neighborhoods but neighborhoods are communities like all the people that live there some of them don't even know each other they could be just random people they all come together and they see things that they want, things that they don't want. They all communicate about that. Yeah.
but sometimes I be thinking like, cause I have neighbors that be like they
Yeah.
like to walk across like on my road, and sometimes like I'll be out smoking, and I'm like, sometimes I want to be like, yo, you want to hit? But, like at the same time, like I don't know if that's like trashy or some shit. Like I don't want them to think like, oh, this fucking pothead. But like at the same time, like I'll be like I want to be
With
cool
our
with my
neighbors.
neighbors.
Yeah.
Like hey, yo, I'm about to have a bonfire. Y'all want to come over? Like just invite my neighbors over because we're cool like that. But I just feel like it's not like that in this area,
For
just because
me,
everyone be doing their own shit.
I feel like I'm not gonna lie. I would want to do that, but I feel like my mom's judgmental. So like I don't. I wouldn't. That's why I wouldn't want to
I
like
should be
just
like,
bring
you
it.
weird for that.
Yeah.
But that's Hispanic parents, high key,
That
in general.
so like because I really think like because for them for us as family, our family is our community.
Yeah.
We're there for each other no matter what. And like even if you do argue, like I feel like I'll still be there for my cousins, even if it depends. Like I'll be there for my cousins.
Yeah.
Like I even said it from the beginning. The reason what I'm doing is for everybody. all my family, like for you guys, your family, my family, my dad's side of the family, like my mom's side of the family. Like what I want to do is get out of the matrix and be able to help my family live the life they want to live, or not be slaves or black sheep to this damn world, or damn like or where we live or whatever it is.
Yeah,
I just want them to have the best life they want they can have. Teach the younger youth better than we know. Because the only people that we could do is our kids or our nephews or whatever it is. Those are the people that we have to actually
on that
talk
note,
to or
yes,
teach to or
yes,
whatever to become better. Because
yes,
that's why the government and the social medias are trying to get to your kids. Because then when they grow up, they're gonna see that, and then they're pretty much creating the new future people. And what do you think you're gonna do? They're gonna probably do shit because they already became slaves to the government. Your kids became slaves to the government because you don't know what they're getting fed.
100%. On that note, just like Tim Pool, like on Tim Pool podcast again. But like I said, they be covering a lot of topics in that little clip, in their little clips. Um, but yeah, they were saying like if our generation doesn't stand up for the like and do this fight, like fight against this, our kids might not have a chance because we have free speech now. Our kids in the future, they might not have
Or
the
grandkids, whatever
they
it
might
is.
not have the chance to freely talk about and express their opinions on the internet like we can right now. Like we're expressing our opinions right now on the internet because we have the freedom to do that. Our kids might not have that freedom.
And this is what I said. Like sometimes this affects about religion too. As much as you don't want, they could take our the what is it the amendment?
What, the First Amendment?
No, the religious amendment.
That's the first one.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're gonna be trying to take that away.
Well, yeah, that one.
That's the main one though. That
That's the main one.
to be honest, like for me, I feel like that's the main one because they're taking what you believe.
The second
Like
one, they
the
want to
second,
take one away too because the second one's the one that defends everything.
yeah. But the thing is too, I feel like, I feel like the first one is the most important one. I really
Second
think.
one is
What is it again?
the gun, the right to have guns. Because
Yes,
without the guns, the first one doesn't mean anything.
yes, but at the same time, no.
Yeah,
Because no, for me, it's the reason why I say religion is because at the end of the day, everything is good and bad, and everything be. I feel like if they take your religious, for a lot of people, I feel like that could affect a lot of people, and that could cause chaos.
that's why you need guns. Because the guns are the to
I
protect
guess
your
yeah, you're
first one.
right.
That's
You're
what I'm
right.
saying. Because
You're right.
I
That could
agree
be.
the first one is important, but the second one you need the
I
second
think
one to
you're right.
protect the
Yeah,
first one.
yeah.
That's why you need both.
Because if not, they could just kill people that don't like.
Yeah,
You can't do anything about
yeah.
it.
Because you can have freedom of speech, but if you don't have a gun, then they could just be like, "Oh, well, you said something I don't like."
You know what they're trying to do? I think in California they're trying. I don't know. I think it might be in California. They're trying to ban Bibles from schools and everything like that. They, and I think I don't know if it was still the same state or a different country where they're trying to ban they're gonna try to ban the word Jesus. You can't say Jesus. You can't that's why me personally I believe that it's gonna go to a world because my belief of the person that I worship, the person that I know is King and Lord is Jesus. That's what I believe. And if they're trying to stop him from his name or try to spread his word, that's the devil doing its work to convene our
Yeah.
beliefs.
And going back to what you said earlier, where you're talking about like you got to teach your kids about everything, because like they also made another point of in the future, because like this whole VR is the future. I'm pretty like everyone's gonna like
That's why
like
crypto,
that's why
all that,
like the metaverse, like they're trying to like build that up.
blockchain,
Like yeah,
blockchain is
they're
the
like they're trying to make VR the future. So like I said, this whole Matrix thing is going to happen with like the whole deep fake shit, and everyone's going to be living in their own world in their own Matrix. And
I don't think it's gonna happen if we don't let it happen too.
I think it's going to happen because just because me and you are against it, but there are a lot of people that will willingly go into it. Like there are people that are like that would just willingly get into that shit. And I mean, like it's crazy for me and you to like believe willingly get into that shit, but there are some people that will.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and that's why like we can't stop them because like legally, like Like we're gonna face a time in our like as a country where we're gonna have to start asking like some serious questions about like where our rights line, like where our rights end and start, because like people are gonna like to a certain point, like this this matrix, like people are gonna be saying like it's their right to go into the matrix, like we can't stop them. They're gonna be like, it's my right if I want to go into this matrix and I want to do this. They're gonna be like, and it's like to a certain extent, it's like sure it is your right, but it shouldn't be your right to use deep fakes of other people. That should be illegal.
No,
We're gonna
but
have to get into that
but
whole conversation of
I was
like
looking at this
all of
too in
that.
videos about that. They're gonna try to make they're like you said they're gonna try to have. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Like one of the questions was I have it right here. Where is it at? Deepfakes. This is what I was saying. Quotes. Deepfakes are gonna be the wreck like havoc on society when if we are not prepared. Like if we're not prepared for that, that's
I
it.
feel like there's no amount of
Yeah,
preparation that we can have for that.
yeah, but like that's like deepfake is and like I said, I feel like that's still more like fuck. How's this? No, there was a picture. Wait, fuck. Never mind. That wasn't it.
Talking about the content credential shit.
No.
I think the camera's dead. Oh no, it's about to die. But yeah, the reason I brought the Matrix back up was because if this does end up like becoming a feature in in a few years where people go into this shit and it ends up becoming like a normal thing in society, maybe not even 20 years from now, like 30, 40, 50 years
Yeah,
from
a couple
now,
of years.
100 years from now. But I feel like it is going to eventually become a normal thing. And I feel like once we reach that point where it's a normalized thing, um I think they were talking about a show where this happens, where the internet, like the internet stops being updated. People like because nobody's using the internet anymore. They're in the VR thing. They're using like that version of the internet. So no more internets are gonna the internet's not gonna get any more updates. People are not gonna be tweeting anything anymore. And then and um no more newspapers are gonna be printed because everyone's gonna be in this VR world instead. So like like basically in the Matrix. So like once society migrates into the Matrix, like we're gonna reach a world like a point where the real world like gets disconnected and like we don't know what's going on. We're gonna be disconnected from reality. From like I guess not from reality, but we're gonna be living in reality, but we're gonna be disconnected from
I
what's
don't believe
happening in
that
there.
would happen. I
Hey,
don't.
why not?
I don't believe
It's
it.
gonna happen in the
No,
future eventually.
I don't believe that's gonna happen.
Why not?
Because
Elaborate.
I feel like for me it's like the whole thing. Like for me it's like the whole religion. For me it's still like religion. Me personally, I would not put myself into all that. I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't put themselves into all
But
that.
there are a lot of people that will.
Yeah, there are people that will, but then like, you're acting like people won't fight back.
But that's why I'm telling you. I'm not saying there's not gonna be people that are living outside of it. But I'm saying we're gonna be disconnected from all of that. They're gonna continue.
Um,
They're gonna continue on. They're gonna have their own society basically without us. That's basically what I'm saying. It's like they're gonna because basically think about if you didn't have like the way that they said it like on the Tim Pool podcast was like think about if you didn't have the internet right now, we wouldn't know what's going on with the world. Like how fucked up the world is right now, we wouldn't know all about anything if we didn't have the internet, and we'd just be like, yo, why is the economy going like why is everything so expensive? You wouldn't know if you didn't have the internet, and you like I guess like if you didn't have like TV and shit either, like you were just disconnected from all of that.
or take, sure, you don't think people would know how to do it?
Like maybe like if there was a way to like go in and out of it, but I feel like eventually there would be like they wouldn't want that. They wouldn't want like information like that leaking out.
That is true.
I don't know, man. Like that's a scary thought to think about, but at the same time, it's like I don't know if it's such a bad thing, too, because we'd basically be living like our own society outside of it.
Yeah, now I wonder how I would want to know how that would be.
Better off, hopefully.
Maybe not
So
because
we should be farming all that shit.
yeah, but then like you said, the people in China, and Europe, No, China, Russia, and all them. I don't think they're gonna be doing all that. Do you think so?
I mean, that's the whole point of like the New World Order is that everyone's involved.
See, we
It's the
don't want. I
whole
don't
world.
want that. I don't want the whole new world order. We
Huh?
shouldn't even
But
have
I
that.
don't
I
want.
know.
That's why I'm saying I don't want that as shit either.
Like, if you really if you guys really want to know, like, if one whole new world is that with one government governs everything. That means if that's the case, this is what I was talking about with like the whole U.S., Mexico, and Canada going together or united to be one government. It's because that's worse. Because then that goes against your commitments, your the laws that you have. So us becoming one country, I don't trust these people to run
It's
over
it's
everything.
it's
Like,
also just
we
it's
lose a lot of rights.
it's
We lose.
inefficient
It is.
because think about it this way: the United States, we're not overrun by the cartel like Mexico is, or at least how they used to be. They're not so much anymore. But like the point is like we like the United States, we have our own problems. Mexico has their own problems. Like we have to deal with our own shit in our own ways. Like we can't all work together. Imagine like the whole world like working together. Like I'm sorry, but if the whole world had one government, like a few third world countries would get left out, ignored completely. Like those they would get ignored. Like that's just the facts. So many third world countries would just get ignored
That is true.
entirely. And like they already do to be honest, but right now we're not really responsible for them, so they can at least
Well,
take care of themselves.
people say the rich are gonna get richer, and a lot of people in
They
these
already
couple.
do.
I know. I'm talking about right now, like even more.
They already are.
They already do get richer, but it's true though. When you get rich,
Yeah,
you
I mean if you know how to invest your money.
exactly you get richer, which is not bad for people. Think it's bad when we say that rich get richer. No, you can get rich and get richer too. It's not just. It's just the people that don't open their mind and actually see what's going
The
on.
thing about like the rich get richer is like a lot of times it's also like they're making their friends richer. It's like you could share the like you could spread the wealth. It's like you don't
You
have
can.
to keep it to yourself. But it's all about like what you do with your wealth too.
Because sometimes the wealth gets to their head where they mistreat people just because they have money and all that. So that's what it just depends on how you do it. But I feel like it's more like spreading love.
It's like like Robin, like the thing with Robin Hood. People always get it twisted where people are like Robin Hood stole from the rich and gave to the poor, and it's like that's not what happened. He stole from corrupt government and gave back to the people who are being overtaxed. People get the wrong message from that and think like, oh, you got to steal from the rich and give to the poor. It's like, no, no, no. You don't steal from the rich if they earn that shit rightfully. Like if they earn that shit right, like if they earn that shit, don't steal from them. The
Because
fuck?
you know what's not you know what that's not gonna affect. It's not gonna affect the corporates. It's gonna affect the people that actually worked hard to actually get there.
Yeah, like you're just
So, like that's what I'm saying. Like you got the people that we gotta watch out for is the corporate, not the actual government. Or sometimes a little bit of the government, but it's the corporate.
it's both.
It's both,
It's both
but
because the government.
I feel like it's more corporate though.
Uh, I don't know. I think it's more government to be honest, because it's the government's job to control the corporate. That's the whole job of the government. Is like that's why we're supposed to have like
So is the military part of the corporate? No, they're the only thing, right?
the military part of corporate.
No, no, my bad. The government.
But I was like, that's not true.
My sick government.
The military is part of the government, yeah. But I don't know. I think sometimes they hire.
So that can't
I'm pretty sure they can hire militaries too,
the
like
can't
private militaries.
sure. Can't the militaries go against the U.S. too?
The military, technically, they're supposed to defend the Constitution. So if the government tells them to do something that's unconstitutional, technically they're supposed to go against the government.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hmm. So that's why we gotta make sure the military isn't corrupt either.
Yeah, you gotta. Not,
That's the thing.
it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It's not even about corruption though. The thing is, a lot of people do just follow orders because they don't want to lose their job. Like it's not so much that they're corrupt. They're scared and they're worried about losing their job. Which like I understand that, but at the same time, like you got to be willing to not like you gotta like you gotta realize what you're doing. Like if you're because there was a guy talking about that where he got his restaurant shut down during COVID, and then a cop came over or um a cop, one of the cops that like shut down his restaurant, he felt bad about it, and he had a friend come over and apologize to the owner, and the owner was saying like I get it because he has kids, and he's just trying to keep his job,
Yeah.
but at the same time it's like you can't sell yourself out to keep a job. Like, you're a grown man, like you're capable. I'm sure you're more than capable of finding yourself another job. Like
Yeah, that's the thing.
the
People get scared of losing a job.
like you're scared of losing. Yeah, exactly.
I got fired at FedEx. I hated it. I would sometimes not even call in and say like I don't want to go because at the end of the day, that's not what I want to do. And
Yeah.
like if I got fired, okay. To be honest, if I want, I can probably apply again and then probably get the job again. Dead ass. And the thing
Especially
is,
right now, a lot
yeah.
of people are hiring.
So that's what I'm saying. A lot of places are hiring. You just gotta actually go into places. Yes, you might go to a job. They might decline you. Okay, go to the next one. Maybe something that you want to do. Like let's say you want to apply it. Let's say a pizza spot. All
You got
right.
plenty.
Yeah. You one of them. What is called declines you because you're either not above age or because you didn't they didn't accept you.
I mean,
It can happen.
we're talking about cops,
Yeah.
so they're gonna be above age.
Okay. Fair. Fair. You're right. Like, but this is an example for anything
Yeah.
though. What is called like you can work at a pizza spot. They don't accept you. Maybe there's another food industry or like cafe or whatever it is on the side. You go apply there, and they hire you. You went to because they didn't accept you. You went over to the other side to go. They accept you. There you go. Now you got a job.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
You can't
Like,
be
it's
worried
just
about losing your job. Like, I get it. Like, you don't want to lose your job
people that have like a
because it can be hard. Like, it can be hard being in between jobs. I get that. But it's like, just like, if you have to follow orders for like a few months to save up money so you can look for a job, why do that. But like, don't just I don't know, man. Like, you're selling yourself out. Like,
so
you're like,
what is this from though?
it was a guy, like the cop that was shutting down. It was also from the Temple podcast.
Okay.
He got his restaurant shut down by a cop, by not just one cop, but like a bunch of cops. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't
It was this restaurant that got shut down and he was the one crying.
no one said anything about crying, bro.
They said someone was crying. My fault. My fault. That as a thesis.
I'm saying you don't but don't sell yourself out like that. Like, as a cop, say if you know you're doing something bad, like, say find a new job, bro. Like, I don't know.
The what is called cop got fired.
No one got fired, bro.
Oh.
You're not listening.
So how the heck
The guy's restaurant
uh-huh
got shut down.
yeah.
That's it.
And the cop by it said sorry.
And the cop came. He felt bad.
Oh.
He was just doing his job. That's what I'm saying. He should find a new job. If that's not an excuse. Is what I'm saying. Like, just
You
because.
start a new one up.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, because he's like I was just doing my job. That's why I shut down your restaurant. I was like, no, bro. That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse, bro. Like, I get that you're just doing your job, but if you know you're doing a bad thing, it doesn't matter if you're just doing your job. Don't sell your morals out just to complete a job.
Wait. You know the reason why I got shut down?
It was during COVID.
That's like because he couldn't like afford it, or like
That was probably because he wasn't following COVID regulations.
that makes a lot more sense. That's stupid. That's just controlling right there.
That-
How the fuck you gonna shut down a business just because they were going through the COVID like thing? That means they can just not have. Do you think it's because they were like not letting people go in there, so like he didn't have business to like support his like actual needs or incomes and all that? So that's why he had to shut down. Or do you think it's just straight up just boom, just shut him down?
Nah, the cops wouldn't have shut him down if he was going out of business.
Okay. They just shut him down.
Yeah, I don't think the cops would have been involved if it was just going out of business. So the cops shut him down.
The whole vac. Oh damn! Cause that period, in that
They were
period
doing wild shit, bro.
They were doing.
They expect us to just forget. Like, they're just not gonna address that shit.
Like during that time, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people were upset and like getting offended by like the government. 'Cause we
Yeah, like
didn't like how they were.
yeah, the whole Canadian strike happened. You know, with the truckers, the whole that was happening.
I think it still might be.
Yeah, I mean, Loki never really went away, and people are still suffering the consequences of that, having their fucking banks frozen and shit.
What was that for?
It's fucked up, bro. It was, I mean, it was all COVID. It was all same shit.
Because they couldn't work or do anything, right?
Yeah,
Well,
we could wrap up. It's been an hour and a half, and
okay.
my butt's getting tired of the seat. These seats are hard as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
We need to get better seats. For the shed.
It helped my back.
We're gonna get good seats for the shed. Gonna get good ones.
We're gonna get. I'm telling you,
The
we're gonna-
best. The best. The best.
A lot of things are gonna come, and so we're hoping. We hope for the best. We always want the best. So
Yes. Yes. This shit's so fucking quiet.
it is. I don't. I really. The whole time this podcast is, I really hope this mic cut everything.
Right?
Because this is like us experimenting every single time. I don't even think we checked to see if it actually records when we're doing it.
Nah, we did it. But fingers crossed. Hopefully, once we get the new soundboard, we can add a little bit of gain to this
All
shit.
right.
Because this shit has no fucking gain. And it's fucking ridiculously how
What do you mean by gain? Gain.
gain lets you basically makes it louder.
Oh.
We didn't even use any sound effects.
That is true. That's the reason why we had the headphones on.
Alright, let's play with the sound effects. Ding, 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 ding. I love that one. Here you go, good sir.
What do you think ding ding means, huh?
Ding, ding, ding.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Do you have an outro one? That's the end.
Yeah. Okay.
Meow, meow, meow.
And this is the end of Gamers in the Basement. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
We are out. And no, not that one. The end. And we're out. Thank you guys for watching. And peace.